computers are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may.
They're great when they work.
Yeah, yeah. So,
All right. Well, we'll call this meeting to order. Approval of the minutes for January 4th. Everybody got a chance to review those? Any corrections or additions or?
No, a couple things I didn't have in old business, or one, down in the new business, getting a quote on replacing floor in chapel. I already have that quote. I called Joel Dobbins, that's who I want to do it. And he's getting ready to get me in the lineup to start that.
On that chapel should be EL. instead
It's
of
EL,
RE.
yes.
Yeah, yep, see that, yep. So just want to let you know he was contacted, he will get with me. We've already picked out the carpet, the tile, all that stuff.
Okay.
So if you don't remember what we're doing, the carpet's original that's in there.
Right.
That will come out, so when you walk in the side entrance where everybody comes and we bring in the loved one, that will be tiled out several feet wide, and it'll go all the way back into the bathrooms, and then the rest will be carpet.
Good.
So, you know.
Okay.
So,
All right.
that's,
Any-
no, I think that
Anything else?
is it, yep.
Okay.
I move to accept the motion, the minutes as presented.
Okay.
Second.
Motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, that's easy. Okay.
One quick comment I would have, though, is in this custom burn barrel, I got a comment from, or an email from a friend in Florida that read the paper, and he says, why do we need burn barrels in the city? Because, I mean, they did not have listed, it was to,
For the flag raising?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So-
so
so
you may
I-
want to change that, or put that in the new.
Yeah, you probably.
Well, no, I mean, it's in the minutes, but,
Oh, they just
but
didn't get it on the.
it was not,
Gotcha.
it
Yep,
didn't
yep,
get
yep.
into the paper.
Yeah,
so-
we're not burning trash.
No, well, that's what I told him. I
It's
said,
just for their- yeah, it's just for their flag ceremony. Big reason too is, and Ken's helping me big, is we were talking earlier about everybody not wanting to take down the chapel.
Right.
And all that big mess, and we're not now. I mean, I'm putting quite a bit of money into
Right.
the new walkway and everything, but Ken's helping me find ways to use it more.
yeah.
So basically, instead of the Legion burning at their place, is it quarterly?
They do it on Flag Day for sure, but they do, I'm pretty sure it's at least quarterly, if not twice a year, but
Okay.
they are gonna,
So-
the Flag Day would be the big
And
day.
it's actually perfect, because what I'm gonna do is, and you'll probably hear this twice, I apologize, because it's probably in there also. We have the original bell also,
Yeah.
Legion bell. We're getting ready to start, Street's about ready to help. Ian, the fabricator's finished up with a truck, so my guy's gonna go over there to build the big stand, so there'll be concrete on the left with this big bell. So the Legion can use it to ring, we'll have it locked, whatever. Then on the other side would be a pad with this barrel for them to burn. And it's perfect, as I talked to Ken, because they can make a day of it if they want, hours. We can open the back gate, people can drive through and drop off their flags. It's actually a really good location to do this.
Yeah, it'll be a really good addition.
Yeah, and what is really cool, Damien that runs the street department that's allowed me to use his fabricator, I said, I don't know how to say this, but I said, I don't want just a barrel.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to honor them, and he just smiled. So with the tools we have nowadays, we can cut, make it, and I said, it's got a lock. I don't want to have to carry it and move it away, because I don't want people burning or trying to grill. I'm sorry. You never know, see what I'm saying? But as it sits there, I want it to be a memorial for the Legion, right? I mean, and the guys that served. And that's what we're trying to do down there, because that's the main reason we use it. So,
Yeah.
go ahead,
Right.
sorry.
Okay, want to welcome our visitors today, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for being here today. Media, we have one of our ladies from the committee that's going to meet here afterwards, so thank you all for being here today. Reports then, Hal?
We'll just go down unfinished. Time of year, guys, it's a lot of things going on, catching up type things, so we shouldn't be hopefully too long for you. The number one is unfinished is the banner brackets. So what you guys, to recap, what we did is every year, actually Leanne does them, we have hanging baskets that hang on our post down central there. They look nice, don't get me wrong, take a while to get going, it's a lot of work. We water every day, you have to because they dry up. I usually in a lot to talk to get ideas, and I said, we need to simplify this stuff a little bit with a little less work, and how can we make it beautiful? So these banners that you see hanging out around town and people use it for advertisement. I went to Graycraft, worked a deal out with them. bought the banner, the posts, we put them in, and I've got pictures, I'm sorry to print them off. There is 6 different prints, and these banners will hang all the way down Central and all the way down Legion. I bought 24, we put in 22, so I have 2 to play with, so I have 2 extra, miscounted. Then what I've already paid for is that, I've got the 6 prints of flowers, they're just flower patterns that hang on there. And then on Memorial Day, you take every other one out, and I have flags that go in there. And now they're currently working on winter prints for us. We're trying to design some winter prints so it'll have some color and stuff in the winter.
Good.
They're a little bit expensive up front, but they'll last several years. And it's just gonna take, it'll lower the flower expense, the maintenance to do them. And it's just
Right.
kind of get more efficient, I guess would be the word I'm trying to talk about. Not that we threw the baskets away. We can bring those back or use them also, and we'll still have flowers in the cemetery. That's still a part of it. But it's just to get a little bit more efficient than what we do and how we do stuff. Okay, so that's number 1 on there. So the banners are all installed. If you want to see a picture, I put one up, took a picture of it. If you want to see what it'll look like, and then I can show you the pictures of all the prints if you would like later. With that, 2 water lines and a wash sink. You know, sometimes you make good moves and bad moves. We had a lot of leaks in the water lines, so we're ripping them out. I'm tired of it over these years. So we tore out 80% of the water lines, and I walked up the office and went, well, this is good, I have no outside water. And in the office is a little sink. So I had they came here, City Hall, a contractor group come in. They came in and ran water lines into my double garage with a wash sink and 2 outside spigots, frost-free spigots. So I have water in the back by the chapel, or the preacher stand, and then in the front also that we can get underneath and put hoses on.
So these are in the garage?
Yes, yeah. 2 of them are outside, but I mean, we have a wash sink. I was worried because all my utilities and stuff run in the back. And yeah, we could bring wastewater down and do the sucking to get the line out for the drain. And this guy was great. He goes, no, we'll put in a little pump and go up into the, saved a lot of headache. So basically, it's for anything, but Leanne will still put together some flowers and whatnot. I have kind of it set up there for her to do her flowers, so this will give her a big enough sink to do that. And he put what you call the spout on it that you can put a hose on it also. So she needs to hook a hose. So anyway, that is complete and done. I'm so sorry. We talked about the bell frame at number 3 there and the custom burn barrel for flags. Sorry, I wrote better state what that's for. That should be coming up here in the next week or so is when we start fabricating all that stuff. We talked a little bit already about number 4. Sorry, I'm just going down the line here. Like I say, Joel has been notified. He'll get with me when he's ready to start. The only thing is we'll have to notify the funeral homes. We'll have to shut the chapel down for whatever time it takes for him to do that. I left the walking tour in there. I don't really have anything new to discuss except the first meetings tonight after this one. We'll give you more up to date on that. We've put some stuff together, Jeff, that with the committee, and they'll start finding out which way they want to head and how many to start, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so there's 4 on the committee. 1 will not be here since he's not here today. So 2 from the Historical Society, Hannah and Patsy. I'm sorry, have to look. She said, call me Patsy. And C, Patricia C. They're both from the Historical Society. That is on the committee. And then we have some other resources. So with that, the next one, we're planning on redoing the entrance of the Oakwood Cemetery. Once again, to make it more efficient than what it is. The bushes are nice. We put flowers in it. The big thing is, and this is not a bad thing, because I love kids and people in the cemetery, they'll ride their bikes through that stone and throw it all over the place. So Bradford has given me a quote that we want to tear that out and do it all in paving bricks, so it's solid, and we're going to do some diamond shapes and then put some flower pots is what we're going. I got to talk to him. I got a price. I don't tell you yet because there was a little conflict in what he did. I got to have him re-quote it for me, but it'll just look nice, I think, on the entrance. I am gonna try to save the bushes, there's no guarantees, but I'm gonna try to save those bushes and plant them in the cemetery. So, with that, last thing in old business is wood giveaway. We did another 8 loads, we have plenty. Had a gentleman come today. It's working out, I believe, very well. At Salvation Army, we went from Combined Community Service to Salvation Army to do the vouchers for us. They seem to like it, because it's all about being there. Combined Community Service, I think, is there like 3 days. And they don't, and this way you're open and keep track. So, like I say, it's working out pretty good for that. Step into new business, if I don't have any other questions. 2 things that I had right now, besides which I understand I don't have, is normal routine like everybody in the city. We're starting to get her up for spring. We're starting to clean, do all that stuff. It's like this weather, beautiful 50 degrees, so we're out cleaning, raking, picking up stuff and getting ready to get on with summer. This year, it doesn't sound like much, but we did trash cans. We usually do our trash cans about every 2 years, rebuild them, do whatever. Normally repaint. Last year I saw they put them out and some boards were falling off. I said, boys, I want you to go through these a little better. Normally I go maybe through 3 bundles of 3-inch strips that we cut down and repaint. We went through 16 bundles this year.
Wow.
So they should not fall off. Okay. We changed the color once to brighten up the cemetery a little bit. It's kind of a rusty red, so I mean, you're gonna see them, they'll kind of pop a little bit. But we painted all the signposts black, so I think it looks good. It's growing on me anyway, so I'm gonna say it looks good. And the last thing I had just for tonight was that we ordered the winter banners, which we talked about. I'm leaning on gray craft a little bit. I'm not crafty. I know what I like, but I can't really, say what I like. I have trouble. And I said winter scenes, and I said snowflakes are gonna look a little dull. What can we do? And she said, what do you think? And I said, like winter scenes. Kids on the skating rink, stuff like that, because we're a park too. I mean, we have people come in and all the time. So she's gonna give me some ideas before I order them. So, I sorry, talked a little fast, but really that's all. The guys are doing great. Like I say, we got that done. Right now, they're fixing roads and grass from what we've cut up and damaged. We've had some difficult funerals, so we're working on those, but we have to wait until the water subsides some more, and then we'll fix. And then as soon as the weather breaks, which is probably gonna be in a few weeks yet, then we'll start cutting sod and getting everything back to ready for summer. So that's all I have to report right now. Do you have any questions?
Thank you. Any questions?
With the new entrance coming up, are you gonna repaint that fence?
Repaint the fence.
Yeah, you know that black fence? that
All the
goes-
way around, it was painted last year.
Okay.
Yeah, we had painted it several years ago, and once again, my bad, I did it kind of in a dull flat, and we did it in gloss this time. Because that's all wrought iron, and the gentleman's
Yes.
long gone that made that, was out of Pierceton. Met his granddaughter here not too long ago. She'd stopped in and said, my grandfather did that, which was kind of cool, but that's kind of a lost art to fix, so far we're holding on. How do I say this? I would love to put new. It would be quite expensive. It would be aluminum. And the problem is with all the kids and stuff walking down there, I mean, they beat this one up. I can imagine how easy they'll make aluminum up. So I'd rather keep this going. It's kind of nice, once again, right on the street department. One of their fabricators or whatever, I had a tree fall on one, they rebuilt it for us, we repainted. So it's nice to have that tool and that ability. I don't weld, but it's nice to have them to be able to do that, so that's done. It's mainly just the 2 front entrances. The granite stays, the Oakwood Cemetery stays. I've already put light poles in there. You've been by there, so it's just taking the bushes out and all that stone that everybody just kind of dumped stone on top of stone. We'll take all that out, we'll put in the right stuff, and it'll be just walking paths. Kind of, if you go back and look at the new walkway at the preacher stand, same stone. Same stone we're gonna do, just with a few patterns in it. And we have to understand the way it slopes, we gotta build a little wall over it coming up, so it's gonna be a little more detailed than just laying pavers. But other than that, like I say, unless you have any questions, we're just moving forward, getting things cleaned up. We've redone the shop, straightened it up, made it more efficient. Different stuff, so we keep working on to improve what we can improve. But that's all I have, sir.
The only thing that I just wanted to discuss real briefly, with this being the 150th anniversary of the cemetery, so it's 1874 to 2024, We, there's gonna be probably two times that we really wanna celebrate. I don't know what term yet, but we want to really commemorate that would be Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
So, and then the walking tour weekend, unless we think there's anything else we want to do this year, or put most of our focus on those 2 days. I don't think we want to do more than that, but I don't want to speak for everybody. So, but obviously Memorial Day is the showcase day for the cemetery, for the most part. And then the walking tour would be the other, that we would look at. So, but we definitely want to, promote that in some way, both of those events, obviously, but especially Memorial Day, none of us were here 150 years ago, okay? But it's definitely a significant event for the cemetery.
If you allow me, which I honestly was gonna bring up later, which is fine now, with this banner program we're doing, there's so many ways of doing it, and once again, Leanne had her desk, she goes, this would be cool, and she kind of did a drawing of the 150th anniversary to promote. I don't think it'd be a ton of money, but I believe I have to get different post brackets, because the light post out in front are round, not square. We installed them, but I may go, if you wouldn't mind, get like double ones and making 450th anniversary flags and flying them.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that goes to waste, because that gives us another avenue. We can do ones with Oakwood Cemetery, we can put flags out,
Right.
because they're the
Right.
same spacing, follow me, it's not like it's a one-time thing, but
Right.
it'd be kind of cool to promote the 150th
Yeah.
anniversary.
I like that idea, Hal, really, of doing it with banners, and that way you don't have a lot of.
I think this will really make it pop. I mean, you're welcome to see, I have
Very
on my
pretty.
phone all the six
It looks great.
different things, and I have one on a
Okay,
post,
yeah.
I put one out if you're welcome. And then if I always try to do I don't know if you guys can see it out there, and then their American flag. And so there's 22 hanging, so then every other one would be like 11 of these in Memorial Day, or we can use it Veterans Day, anything to promote. Because like this man sitting here has made me do a lot of homework that I'm not what I like to do, writing stuff down, and how to get across all this stuff. And if you think about it, yeah, we are a cemetery, but we are a park also. I mean, we have maybe 200 or so a day in there in the summertime. I mean, it's packed. People have picnics out there, they walk. So that's why I'm happy to say equipment-wise, I mean, yeah, there's discerning when to change equipment and swap it out, but I'm at that point where it's not like, you're kidding me, we're doing it with this, where I can spend more money on making the place look beautiful. And then what's really cool about that, that's not tax money, that's per money. That's from sales of lot sales. Half of that goes in there that we invest, that can work. So we're not drilling the taxpayers to make that look beautiful. Because average wall that I put in is $43,000. And it's a lot of money, but what's really cool is, and I love it, because it's me, I've got my dad in me, they'll go, you're spending taxpayers' money. I go, nope, and I'm not, I mean, because that's extra. That's really cool that somebody before me thought of that idea. So my goal in my career is to try to make that as beautiful as I can, as people come in. I mean, today, mom and little child walking up and down, and I mean, that's what it is. I mean, we take care of the grieving part, but it's nice that it's a park also.
Well, I think it's just, I think we all agree that, this is one of the nicest cemeteries around.
Yeah, yeah.
And we want to keep it that way. And it is certainly something, to celebrate. So we want to do that as, significantly as possible. And you always tell me how many guests are out there, so.
Yeah, I have 19,110, I believe, currently. Yep.
And some of us know some of those guests.
I love my guests. I'm not fond of their friends.
I'm
but
glad
I
you
love
take
my
care of our
guests.
guests, so,
I love my guests.
yeah, so.
I have
but-
never lost a battle yet.
Yeah, so far. Nice thing is they don't talk back, so, yeah, so, but
They
no,
move every once in a while.
but there's some significant history out there in the cemetery too, so.
And that's why, the second thing, if I need to quit talking, but that's why I'm pretty excited about this walking tour.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's gonna be fun, because I get to sit back in this next meeting and listen to you guys, because the battle is, what do you do? But I'm hoping it's such a success, large or small, however you do it, that every couple of years we can do this, because without those people in that cemetery, the city of Warsaw don't exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and we can even do mayors, we can do fires, you can do that. There's so many avenues, I sit at night and just think, and I just smile. I mean, you could go on and on and on. It's never gonna be the same.
yeah.
Right.
And it's just, you're gonna tell history, and I think that's what it's about. I mean, poor Leanne, that's half her job. I mean, we do genealogy all the time. If she's not, I'm on the phone, people calling from all over, looking for people, wanna know people.
It's become one of the big purposes of a
Yeah,
cemetery,
and the
so.
best thing we did was Ernie Wiggins, when I started, he goes, Hal, I wanna get in the 21st century. I walked out and saw what kind of equipment was there to do that and went, well, this is gonna be tough. And Ernie said, how much? I said, we might be able to do it for $500,000. And he was standing, I had to catch him. He's like, what? And we were fortunate with Bill Holder and all this to put it together for a lot less money. And that system is used daily. And we're getting ready to, so you understand, to tiptoe into elements. You've heard probably about elements. They're doing it real careful because I have a secretary will claw their eyes out, and I won't, because that was built by the people in the city back from when I started on, from mayor's secretaries and all that. It's a lot of data. And Mary, it's not Hepperman now. Eamon is taking her time, and this group that's coming in is gonna be there. They've already started. It's gonna make it simpler for us.
Right.
But that's just a lot of data that we don't wanna lose, so.
Do we know, did the, what do you call it? Did the cemetery ever have any kind of like, you know, catchphrase or anything like a slogan or something? I've never heard anything like that that I'm aware of.
It's not, I mean, back in the day, how do I say it? I mean, everybody,
Because some cemeteries have like a, you know, but I've never heard Oakwood that had
I've
anything
never
like
heard of
that.
one. I've never-
well, I mean, if you look in the past, cemetery, a lot of people that, they have fear about cemeteries and different stuff, so it's not like you promote. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like some of the questions that I'm dealing with, you know,
Yeah.
how are we gonna bring business in? You know, it's like, how do I do this? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But no, but
Right.
making it a park and an enjoyable place, it's a
Sure.
benefit, is what it is.
Sure.
So some look at it as it's like, not quite, so you don't really promote. That's like on these banners, I didn't want Oakwood Cemetery, I just wanted flower prints, something to make, so that's very hard as slogans and stuff, I don't know, I mean, I have.
I know, I just didn't know if there was one.
Yeah, I have one, but Ernie wouldn't let me put it on my business card. But I have it on my thing. It says, Hal Hagee, last man to let you down. That's my slogan. You can live with it, whatever you want to do with it. I'm just saying.
We're gonna put that on your
So I
stone.
listen to Ernie.
That's going on your stone, that's where that's going.
Yeah.
So,
But you gotta have a little sense of humor, I'm
you
sorry.
do,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what we do, so.
Well, I'm really excited that we can, just recognize that and work in that direction, so.
And honestly, and I don't know if I'm over a can of worms with the reporter here, whatever, but if,
Close your ears.
no,
Yeah.
no, I want you to. This walking tour, this is for the people. We're having a committee and we want to go small because if I had 30 people in here, we never get it done because of who wants to do
Right.
what.
Yeah.
But I'd love suggestions. I really would.
Oh, that is a can of worms.
And if,
Suggestions are suggestions. We'll still put it together, but the thing is, and understand, it may not happen this year, but it might happen the next 2. You know what I'm saying? The whole idea is to build.
and if people know significant things about Oakwood, we would love to hear that stuff. You know, maybe we don't, well, I won't say what we were talking about earlier as far as the preacher stand, but
No,
there
not
may be significant events that, you know, some people remember, you know, whatever. We would certainly want it, and we would definitely, you know, catalog that some way and keep it, you know.
Well, it's a perfect example, and I have his name in here. He works for Dave Williams in the supply, Williams Supply.
Williams Supply.
He knows me, and I apologize, I can't tell you his name. I recognize his face. He came in one day, delivered stuff, he goes, Hal, how you doing? And he sat down, and he went into the Civil War like we were there.
That's,
And told me and putting all who served what and why and what happened, and they had this fight, and I'm just going. I'm like, slid him a piece of paper. I said, can I have your name and number? He goes, what for? I told him what we were starting. I said, if they decided to go that avenue, you willing to help? Yep. I mean, it's all, he lives it. I'm sorry, I'm getting goosebumps. That's how good it was. And I'm just like, I was just in awe, because I mean, this guy was here and he lived with this guy and he did. So right there, if there's people that's their gig, Civil War, World War II, whatever, and they know people in the cemetery to help put it together, that's what it's
Right,
all about.
right.
to let the people of the
So we-
community know the history that's sitting in that
We
cemetery.
would definitely like to hear those stories.
Yep, that's why I wanted to put it
Yep.
out to him. I
Yep.
think that's a fair thing.
Yep.
We'll always take suggestions.
Yep.
I think that's part of it, so.
All right.
Sorry, I can go on forever. But that's
Anything
all I
else?
have, nope, that's all I have, sir, unless you have any questions
Max?
for me.
Done.
We need
Okay.
to walk into it, set a date.
We're,
First meeting's tonight.
we're gonna meet tonight.
We will make sure.
If
you
we
know.
set a date, do you want me to let you know?
No, are you sending it tonight?
We're gonna have to set it pretty quick, so if we set it tonight, I'll let
We
you
gotta have
know.
a goal to when we're gonna do this.
Yeah, we gotta get it here pretty quick because we don't wanna wait too long, that's for sure. But yeah, it will be in the fall sometime though.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
Because our idea, so you know, we talked about, because you weren't here, is, my idea, and this brain goes nuts, is to bring in food trucks, golf carts, make a day of it for people to come, no admission, nothing. Let them come, let us take care, let the city take care of it, and that's why I told the Historical Society that no funding there, they've got enough to worry about. We should be able to do this, and just make a day of it, bring the family. You know, it just promotes a positive in a big negative place, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
That's all I have, sir.
Al, thanks for everything.
You bet.
Thank you to our visitors for coming.
Thank you.
And we'll adjourn the meeting then.
March 7th, isn't that crazy? I know it.
We were just saying November, I mean, you know.
I'm,
Well, and then you come